Welcome back to A Level of Instagram. Mama D in the house with you. Hope you're all doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Well, welcome back to ages. Haven't done that in ages. I was being such a good girl. We're going back into Nancy Guthrie's case again. And this time, I'm going to hand all the questions over to my beautiful PIs. So if you're watching at home, make sure support the PIs and myself, the channel. Hit like, subscribe, all the stuff you know you want to do because I love you and you want to reciprocate. Remember, everything is just my interpretation. You might interpret the cards differently, and that's absolutely fine too. Share with me anything in the comments below on what you think as I go along in the reading. Maybe you feel differently. All right, my loves, that being said, everything is my humble opinion. And disclaimer, entertainment purposes only. Put a question in front of your question so that I see it right away. Hello to a few people here. Spilt Paint Furniture Flipper, my beautiful mods. I love you all so much. Question, talking about mods, we got a question here. Was D.E. Dominic Evans allegedly the uninvited guest from the previous readings? Was Dominic Evans? All right, I think I got the energy in. Are you ready to jump over to the table? Let's do her. Let's get into the reading. Was Dominic Evans allegedly one of the uninvited guests to Nancy Guthrie's when she disappeared? We got something. Can you read tarot? Remember, you guys, I'm always sharing with you. Aces are yes. Aces are yes. This is a phallic age, yes. A phallic yes, meaning masculine yes. Could mean masculine be a male. Find it interesting that we've got something that wasn't mixing right. Archangel Michael, Sagittarius energy. Tempered is when something's folded and heated up and cooled down and tempered. Temper. Does he have a bad temper? Something tempered. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. I'm curious. Oh my gosh. Wow, you guys. Hold on. That was crazy. The cards, like, I didn't just drop them. They, like, exploded. I'm in the basement over here. Give me a minute. Like, I'm not kidding. That never happens. Not like that. Okay. These are all on the floor. Okay, how do these go? Okay, got those set up. The answer you got was a yes. Meaning not really yes or no, but meaning favorable. We have favorable. We have Ace of Wands, which is a favorable. We have Archangel Michael, who is the protector of all innocents, including children. And then we have the holding on too tight, which could be removing someone holding on to them physically. This person's even got their feet on something. This is the greed card. This is also holding physically on to something and not letting go. I also have the Ten of Pentacles that was on the floor, this whole pile. Well, no, this was on the table. I caught this. This was Ten of Pentacles. This means the home, the legacy, the family. It can mean a payout. It can mean a will. It can mean all kinds of money. It's like having pennies rain from heaven, but enough to have millions, right? What's interesting is what fell on the floor. And I want to see it. So we have 10 swords in the back, total betrayal, beyond dead. With 10 burdens, which is putting your burdens down because of a death. So you exchange your 10 burdens, right? Your 10 burdens, 10 of wands. This dude is considered carrying a lot of burdens because, you know, carrying 10 long sticks that are heavy. How are you going to do that? You can't pick up another one because you're overburdened. So you have to travel to this town and turn them into something else. Kind of like you would do with Bitcoin. So we have 10, 10. Done deal. We have lawman. We have King of Swords. This is law. This is inspection. What are y'all barking at? Lucky, stop it. You're just barking at a squirrel, aren't you? One's barking upstairs, just one bark. And then the other is answering. Lawman, King of Swords. With confusion. Too many options. They don't know what way to go. I don't know why, but I thought of DNA. We have this. We're talking about D.E., Dominic Evans, the band member, Tommaso's band member. Tommaso is the husband to Annie Guthrie. Annie Guthrie is the daughter to Nancy. All alleged here. We have this in and out, inconsistent, charging forward, impulsive, unreliable behavior. And then we also have the King of Cups with him. So we have him as a Knight of Wands, taking the action. But here's the king. This is somebody, could be Tommaso, sitting on the throne, right? And this person's cool and calm on the outside and solid as he appears. But underneath, everything's turmoil, very turning and there's something about this. Hold on, y'all. There's something about this energy of it looks cool and calm and collected and serene, but when you get underneath this King of Cups, you can see that the ocean's just churning beneath him, water, emotion. So he's sitting, it's a king. And we have the liar, cheater, thiefer. So we do have the Dominic Evans and Tommaso in this reading as the liar, cheater, thiefers. This is Seven of Swords. This person is strategic. They've gone over to take the swords away to leave someone defenseless. And we have the final card that fell on the floor. The High Priestess, the one that knows something and says nothing. And this is a lady that plays a very important role. And it represents, could be a witness, could be somebody that knows the whole story that isn't speaking. That's crazy. All right, let's get these really shaken up. Magdalena, welcome to Private Eyes. You know they're watching you. Welcome, lovely. Thank you for jumping in. Go ahead, ask your question. We're going to jump all over the board here, and I'll do my best to grab your questions. Now, let's see what we have. We're going to do one more shuffle, if not one or two more. That was the card spilled on the floor. I got to clean the energy out, y'all. All right. I did it 4 times, normally 3. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Question, Zoe Rose. Are we being purposely misled to deflect from something deeper and much bigger? Is this a distraction from something much bigger? Burdens and devil. So we're being distracted because burdens and devil, very toxic energy and attachment. Look, it's weird. Attached to naked people, right? You heard me. Burdens. We have strength. Queen of Pentacles, Nancy's energy. Truth speaker to the Emperor. This could be all the way up to President. We have this travel to Comer. This person, how interesting. This person on the Seven of Swords represents, now pay close attention, I'll tell you the tarot meaning. In the tarot, this person was back on an island. Hear me out. An island. And the water is a very unpredictable, right? They're leaving that island to go to a much calmer direction. How intriguing. They also have a child and a woman that they're leaving this island from to go over to a new island that's calmer. I have what I call the Nancy Guthrie card, but that's just my humble opinion. But this is the Queen of Wands. This is the Power card. And with the Power card, I have got this overindulgence, surrounding yourself and getting used to very fine things. You could also see this as a barmaid or the bar master, the owner of the bar. Interesting. And the payout. There's the payout. Closing the world cycle down. So when you say that, it could be because of that Six of Swords, traveling to common grounds. This is like nobody's on the same page. Keep everybody, all confused. Five of Wands. These people have wands. They're supposed to be making the shape of a star. But they're not on the same page because they're being confused. And so therefore, they cannot gather their one solid fluid plan to form a star because it's keeping everybody chaotic. This is chaos. And then there's the boom, the tower moment. So something's coming that's going to be shocking in 2026, I promise. And I don't usually do that. I don't think I've ever said that in my life where I promise you. I just know there's going to be something that's just unhinges in 2026. Unhinged. Decision with confusion and the law and the chariot and the children. This is the youth. Message about the youth. And this could be considered traffic. There could be something very, Ace of Cup, love, right? There may be a lot of children cards speaking out to take self-love about what they've experienced, and it's far worse. And it's all about love, but not real love, right? It's an illusionary. It's actually they're being put to work. Hangman, we're about to get something that changes our view on life. Things won't be the same after we're done with 2026 because God's about to strengthen the world with a large dose of truth. This is, strengthening you. Okay. Thank you for asking that so much, so I would say favorable. I would say favorable. I feel like this crime was small potatoes in the bigger sense of things, in the sense that this crime with Nancy may have been very internally operated. It was going to be something where they cracked it pretty quick, that it was an inner circle, and that it got hijacked politically to be used in a different way. Does that make sense? I feel like the crime got hijacked in more ways than one. Okay, question. Let me see here. Jimmy Doll. Hello, lovely. Could they have taken Nancy to an RV in the desert? I don't think they kept her alive, but that's my humble opinion. I could be wrong. Did they take Nancy to an RV in the desert? Confusion? Too many options? Unclear? Seven of Cups. Did they take Nancy to the desert in an RV? The world, travel. I feel like she could be in Mexico, y'all. We keep getting the world card. I'm just going to come up to top side. If she was alive, it would suggest that she is in the world. And so, with Mexico being so close, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. It's out of the country from where she lives. So when we say desert, is it possible that she left the country? But desert could be in the country, out of the country too, right? They can have desert in Mexico, all the cactuses. Is she in Mexico? Is Nancy in Mexico? The Chariot. We have a lot of travel. Travel the world. Was Nancy taken to Mexico? The Lovers, a choice between. Look at the major arcanas. We have the Lover. I'm sorry, the Lovers, the Chariot, the World. Queen of Pentacles. I didn't really get an answer. This choice between two. This is Nancy. This is travel the world. And it's confusing. It's almost as if we're not seeing the bigger picture. So that's the best I can do for that, my lovelies. Hi, Ninja Lovely. Welcome to Private Eyes. Go ahead, ask your question. Private Eyes, they're watching you. Love you guys. All right, that's the best I can do on that. I don't know if it would be an RV or not, but I do my best. I do my best. What did I do? I hit the wrong button. Question, will something come out of the people who were detained last night but not charged? Will there be further charges or any information that is connected to Nancy Guthrie out of what happened last night with the people that were detained but not arrested? There may be information in a sense that they actually had some interaction in her past. But we have this self-couple love. Why? Walking away. Independent energy. The High Priestess. Ten of Cups. I would say it's favorable that they did gain some knowledge, but I don't think it's like that they're the suspect. Does that make sense? Like it's almost as if something came out of last night to where they walked away from it. Yes, this is the walk away from it. But they learned something else because we have this High Priestess, a secret. They may be told something. They may have been given a lead by the people that they pulled in that didn't even know they knew something. Maybe they worked for her. They may have known her in the past. Interesting. Excellent question. Thank you, Spill Paint. Thank you, my love. My nose. I do find that strange, Ninja. Allegedly, a local airplane took off a few hours after kidnapping. Strange time for a flight. Flights happen all at night anyway. I mean, all the time at night. So I don't think it's a strange time. I think it's strange for a local plane to take off at that time, though. I think you're right on that. Definitely. All right, I'm going to scroll up. Let's give some people a chance here. Do we have a... Aw, thank you, Dragonfly Love. Appreciate that. Question. Marty Gibson. Question. Did Annie have insurance on her mom? Thank you. Excellent question. Was there insurance that would benefit Annie on Nancy? Would Annie benefit from insurance on... Look at that. Nine of Pentacles. Remember, I just got done telling y'all, this is the person that wants to be independent and free of the Queen of Pentacles. So this person is younger, could be a daughter to the Queen of Pentacles, who is a landowner that holds the money. She's established. She's classic. You know, that's Nancy's energy, is the Queen. We have this Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody who wants to stand on their own. They want to feel independent and they want to feel solid. And they want to be independent of others. That would be a favorable answer. But let's see what else comes out, my lovely. And what a good question. Thank you, Queen of Cups. A witness, a seer, knowing something, knowing. I'm going to ask a follow-up question on this. Queen of Cups, what does the Queen of Cups know? This would imply that Annie knew that there was going to be a tower moment where everything's destroyed and total betrayal and death. Because we have the seer card, Queen of Cups, the one that knows, that has the intuition, that knows it all, that also witnesses or sees, has insider knowledge. But let's get back to the insurance. We have the seer. Would Annie benefit from Nancy's passing in some way, financially? Karmic Wheel of Fortune. Focus, please. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. This is like, a repetitive cycle. There's an offer. There's an offer towards Annie. I would definitely go with a favorable answer on that. I would say favorable. Very strongly on that. Very strongly on that. But I don't think it's just life insurance. I think there's much more to it. But thank you for asking. That's a great question. My bird Sunny, hello lovely. Question, is anyone in the family out looking for Nancy? Is anyone in the family searching physically for Nancy? We have abandonment. We have this just not even, this is an abandonment. It's somebody that's not even able to take care of themselves. They're on crutches. They've got a cast. They're on one leg. This person's barefoot in the snow and nobody gives a crap. We have deep emotion. But everything looks cool on the outside, but inside they've got knowledge that puts them all upset. And we have this fight. There's a lot of turmoil going on, but not one of these cards is favorable. Every one of these cards, other than this one can be seen favorable, but it's an in-betweener. These two are unfavorable. It's almost as if they're fighting with their emotions amongst themselves. This person has done something. I would say unfavorable. They're not looking for their Nancy. They're not. All right. Let me see if I can find that question. I like to try to always bring in new people as well. D.D. Jones, hello, lovely. Question, will this case ever be solved? Excellent question. I've begun to wonder, right? Will Nancy ever be found? What? Well, you didn't ask that. You asked if the case will be solved. You got your answer down here, but communication of evidence, but that doesn't mean it's going to get solved. Let me see. Let me ask it just like you did. Will Nancy Guthrie's case ever get solved? There are 10 swords in the back. Betrayal, also unfavorable. We have truth, Queen of Swords, authority, payout, or pay in, I should say. That she's wanting payment. Somebody saying, you didn't pay me, I want some money. Judgment says it will. Queen of Pentacles is Nancy. This is law, maybe. This is finding someone in the desert. Y'all. Going out in the desert. In the Badlands or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's all desert. Nothing but desert. Look, look, look. Mountains behind you. Queen of Swords. Law. Judgment. Yes. Queen of Pentacles. Nancy. The one that holds the big coins. Right? Favorable, actually. But they got to find Nancy, I would guess, to get that favor. You know, to get that favor of being able to solve it. All right, let me see what else we have. Okay, question. Ninja, thank you for asking. Question, does Tommaso have a gambling problem that could be related to the abduction of Nancy Guthrie? Allegedly. Does Tommaso have a gambling debt that can... Chariots, favorable. We have the architect with the blueprint and the builder, favorable. That's a game plan. We have chariot, could be a vehicle. It's also very favorable. It's Cancer energy, by the way, which happens to align with Annie. Just saying. We have Three of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. And we have Judgment. Yes, 1000%. Ace of Pentacles, paying out, right? A handout of money. Somebody loans him money and he's got to pay it back and he owes it. Temperance, Archangel Michael saying you nailed it. You know what, Ninja? You're getting the goat. Ooh, you getting the goat. This is our mascot. That's amazing. Excellent question. Because there it all is. Indeed, Ace of Wands. Yes. Aces are yes. 1111, right? Oh my gosh. If I was look, right out of her bed. Out of her bed. Look at this. I have never, in all my readings, gotten the three aces like this. Look, I'm shaking a little bit. Ace of Pentacle, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cup. This tells me money, male, self-love. He needed to pay who? That woman with her hand out, right? That Queen of Swords woman. She always got her hand out. Look, I can't even hold them. I dropped it, y'all. Hold on. Crazy. Wild. And let's continue. Law, King of... Wow. Swift action. Page of Swords, education, regret. He couldn't do it. Hanged Man. Get a new perspective. This has been a long time coming. I would say most favorable. Most favorable. Excellent question. So glad you joined today and asked that question. Thank you. Thank you for asking. And if you haven't asked your question, please do. All right, you guys, let's see what else we have. Nikki UK, question. Does the FBI know who's behind this and are they looking for them? Okay, that's kind of a double question, so I'm going to go with, does the FBI know who's behind this? Does the FBI know who actually is behind the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? I think I'm going to lose my voice. Queen of Wands. That's my Annie card. I'm sorry, y'all. We have the Queen of Wands. Feminine energy, no gender in the tarot. Feminine energy. This is somebody that is a little bit taboo, if you will. They think about the darker side of things. She might actually be a witch. She's got her black cat right there. She's got her wand. She thinks she is in control of the universe kind of energy. So, we don't have a yes or no. We have the Queen of Wands. To the feds, stuck. The feds are stuck. They're on evidence. They cannot connect the evidence because it's very difficult when Annie's DNA would already be all over everything. They can't really point at her and go, we found your DNA in your mom's bedroom. And she'd be like, yeah, that's my mom. So stuck with this lack of evidence. They're needing this evidence. But Annie's also, because there's so many layers to tarot, Annie is showing that she is stuck. Well, it might not be Annie. It's a powerful female. Is stuck on money. Doesn't have to be Annie, but look at this. The liar, cheater, thief, or wanted to have independency away from Nancy. Favorable. Favorable. Great question. All right, let me see what else we have today. You guys always amaze me with your questions. They're always so good. Question from Jennifer Swain: was Nancy blindfolded by her kidnapper? Was Nancy blindfolded by the kidnapper? Yes. Well, I'll say favorable. This is being seen. Well, actually, I'm going to hold off. This is being seen. This is being seen. This guy is on his horse, 6 of Wands. He is the head of the parade. He's getting his acclimates. He's being seen. So it could imply that they were seen. Even though it's a favorable card, it could mean that she saw them. Did Nancy see them? Let me just ask that. It's somebody she knows, like a child. Get a new perspective. No, she was not blindfolded. She knows exactly who they are. And it was because of a fight over, and it later addressed money, a payout. The world closed the cycle down over a tiff and communication, words that were being said. I got my Annie card. Annie up, right? Annie up. Look. Following Annie. Okay. That's wild. I don't even know what to do with all that. Just saying. That's wild. All right, my lovelies, let's go ahead. We'll ask one more question. Who are we going to give it to? Any new questions? Or should I go way back up? Enid says, is she in Arizona? Is Nancy in the state of Arizona? Yes, she's laying out in the desert. She's laying out in the desert, sweetheart. Yes, Ace of Pentacles, affirm yes. I will say yes on this one, not even just, favorable. I'm going to say yeah. She'd be laying out in the desert. They'll find her out in the desert. They got to go look for her. Yes, mother card, Nancy. Yes, 9 of Cups. Betrayal. From her bed by a child that wanted to put the burdens down because all they cared about was money. And that's the clarity of it. Go out where the sun shines. The law needs to go where the sun shines, out in the desert swiftly. Look, he's on the cliff with a little dog. That's why they're stuck. They got to get the plan going the right way. They need to look for Nancy. Thank you all so incredibly much. I hope that I was able to answer quite a few of your questions. I don't like to go too long. It just gets overwhelming. And I only have so much energy in a day. And right now I'm feeling tired because, like you, I was up till super early this morning. And then I had to get up early too. So you know what I'm talking about. It's time for a nap. But I want to say a prayer. I want you to say a prayer for Nancy when we go to bed tonight, as well as right now, that the truth is revealed and that she is found. But also, let's say a prayer that others that are able to search for Nancy are so inclined, that they feel the urge, that they feel a burning in their belly to go look for Nancy and see if they can find her. Because I do feel she is in. I do feel she is near, like literally out in the desert, like not around places. You feel me? I love you guys. Thank you incredibly much for all of your brilliant support. Thank you to our PIs. Excellent questions as always. Always. And tomorrow, for all of my beautiful starlights, you know who you are. We're switching it up. We're going public. We're going public. We're taking it out behind the paywall that is buried so deep because nobody even knows about how much fun we have. We're going to give it away for free over on Crime Story Mama. So it will be over on the other channel. It will still be at 2 o'clock. It will be tomorrow. And I hope you'll tune in for that. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll see who we get. I did some major stuff to the castle. I can't wait for you to see it. I love you, each and every one of you. I'd like you to also keep in mind that we have missing children. Jack and Lily Sullivan have not been found. Sebastian Rogers has not been found. Summer Wells has not been found. Michael Vaughn's remains have never been found. So keep these children, as always, in your prayers, as do I. And I love you to the moon and back. Thank you for the hype. Thank you for the like. And thank you for the sub. If you are new to Savannah, thank you to all my beautiful members. And that's all I got. Thank you to God. Thank you for everything, all the blessings that we have. And healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you. To the moon and back. Bye.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemy